Ciao, Juventino of the world. I hope you are doing well tonight or today, depending from what part of the world you are watching. Because that's the funny thing with the English language. It's we have no barrier. We can watch from Canada, from Belgium, from Italy, from Africa, from wherever in the world. But the one thing that is really nice is that we are all linked by one thing, and that thing is called Juventus. So that's how I wanted to start the show today. I want to say hello to the people that are already in the chat. So thank you for being on time. We have already a few. We have Lara who said hello. We have Alibaba. We have I Love Football. We have Muslim at the moment. So guys, hello. Thank you. Let me know while I'm talking if you hear me, because that's really important. Because if I'm speaking for an hour with my amazing guests and you don't hear me, then we have a problem. So let me know. Say just in the comment, yes, we hear you. Yes, we see you. And that's amazing. Ciao, Marco. Marco is here also. I saw a lot of comments saying Sarri out, Sarri in. So we will talk about Sarri. We have today two guests. We have Rocco and we have Ivan. We will have one or two guests more that will pop up, and we have already the first one that is here. Ciao, Monica.
Hello.
And we have the
Yeah, I'm back,
second
guys.
one. We are five today. So let's see that I find a good format. Yeah, we are one, two, three, four, five people. Who are the people on the show today? They are the people from Bianconeri YYZ. Bianconeri YYZ is an official football fan club of Juventus. So we will go through that, what it is, and I will go through the agenda before giving the word to the guests that are here today. What we will do today, we will have a small Q&A about who they are, what they are doing in the other part of the world, and what is Bianconeri YYZ. That's the first thing. The second thing, we will do a small game with them because we love game. We love playing. It will be a quick game. Then we will go to the third topic, the Juventus after lockdown, and we will speak about Sarri. Absolutely, yes. And we will finish with the dream Juventus Mercato. Meanwhile, in all those things, the guys in the chat, the guys that are commenting, put your question for them, for me, and we will try to answer them. I think I spoke for 3 minutes, and that's a lot because today I'm not the star of the show. It's the guy that we are here. So I will start with Monica because you were one of the latest that came in the show. It's not because you are a woman, but because you were one of the latest one. So, Monica, who are you and how long do you support Juventus?
Um, so my name is Monica Lauriola. I've been supporting Juventus since I don't know, since I was a kid. My dad kind of brought it on to my brother and I. He's been a Juventus supporter since, Platini and onwards. So yeah, since then. And it's a love-hate relationship, but we continue.
Then we have Anthony. Ciao, Anthony.
Hi, how are you? Good to be here. So my name's Anthony. I've been a Juve supporter, I guess, since I was same idea. Since I was a kid, mostly around Del Piero era. That's when I kind of grew up watching soccer, and that kind of was what got me into Juve. And I have, of course, some family members that, especially one uncle in particular, who's really big into Juve, and he was kind of a big influence on me as well.
Thank you. Welcome, Monica. Welcome, Anthony. Ivan.
Yeah, so you guys make me feel old when you say your era. My era was the Stefano, Tacconi, Bonini, early 80s. Scirea, God rest his soul.
1880s?
Yeah, 1880s. Right. Yeah, 1897. That's right from the get-go. So no,
Good.
so my sprouts on the top of my head, or the lack thereof, will tell you the vintage. But it's been a long time, since I can remember. And fun fact about my Juventus fandom is that my father was an Interista, so there was definitely a bit of tension there, but all good.
And then we have Mr. Rocco. Ciao, Rocco. Welcome.
Ciao. Ciao. Thank you very much. Pleasure for us to be here and honored to be on your illustrious show. Yeah, I mean, I think Ivan gets extra points for being a Juventino, even though his father is an Interista. But in terms of my Juve roots, go back to my first years in Italy, which was about maybe 30 years ago when I lived there. A good friend of mine introduced me to the legend that was, and the rest is history. I really didn't become a fan because of any particular player, and in fact, if I was sane, I probably would have supported. And if I was a glory hunter, which a lot of Juventini are often accused of being, I would have been a Milan fan, which at the time was absolutely dominating Italy and Europe with Sacchi, Van Basten, Gullit, and Rijkaard, as Napoli, of course, with the dreamy play of Maradona. So instead, my heroes were the superstar-like world-class superstars of known as Lenichev and Zavarov and Rui Baros. But you know, my faith was rewarded in spades with the years that followed and all the victories that came along with that.
And we are still winning after all those years. So you all did a really beautiful choice. I see that we are most of all, most of all of us, we have the same shirt. That's nice. It was not planned. So we have good taste. You also have the same shirt, Monica.
Yeah.
And I
think Monica has a jersey, right, Monica?
You have the Champions League version, Monica, right?
Of which one? Which jersey?
The one you have now?
Oh, it's the old time. Maybe it's your guys' time.
Yes,
that's a really beautiful one.
95, 96 or something, yeah.
Guys,
Beautiful.
let's talk about, because there is one thing that we didn't say, and that's an important one. Where are you from? All of you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Anthony.
Well, Monica, go ahead.
Or go, Monica.
Toronto. I'm from Toronto.
Toronto, Canada?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm from Toronto, Canada as well, just north of the city in a suburb called Maple.
And I'm originally from Toronto, but now living in Ottawa, in the nation's capital. So I'm here in Ottawa supporting the satellite portion of BYYZ here. So we're holding up the flag over here.
And Rocco, also Toronto?
And I'm a neighbor of Anthony's, actually. So I am in the same suburb called Maple, just right north of Toronto as well.
So, guys, you're all from the same country. You're living next to each other. And I heard a lot of time, and I saw on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, Bianconeri YYZ. What is it? Can some of you start explaining me what it is?
Ivan, go ahead. Why don't you take it away?
Well, just I guess the origin for those who don't know, YYZ is actually the airport code for Toronto International Airport, Pearson International Airport. So that's where we derive, or where the club derived its name, from what I believe. And we are, as a member, we are fans and foremost of Juventus. We like to think that we are different, more engaged, inclusive. We have fun on our page, and we talk everything from coach, the players, the management, the stadium, the experience. It's everything. So we live the full life, if I can say that.
What is, because we will say it a lot of time, but JOFC, what does it stand for?
Rocco, I'll let you, if you want to take that.
Thank you. Sure. So JOFC stands for Juventus Official Fan Club, which is the newest, the latest and greatest edition of what was the DOC, Juventus Club DOC. There used to be, for those that are longtime Juventus fans and have heard of DOC clubs, DOC clubs, now it's known as JOFC, Juventus Official Fan Club, which basically means, in short, that Mamma Juve, as we call it, Mother Juventus, Juventus SPA in Turin, recognizes the fan group officially, and that means that we are privy to a lot of special benefits as the Juventini who can participate in that community.
So the question is, before joining or creating the club, how were you living Juventus? Because I'm always curious to understand. We have a different time zone. If I'm not wrong, there now it's like 5:10 p.m. So it's afternoon. I know that Monica was rushing in queuing with the car and so on and so on. So it's over day, but that means that when Juventus is playing at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's really early for you, or it's in the middle of the afternoon for you when we have Champions League games in the week while you're working. Anthony, how do you live that Juventinity in with crazy hours?
Yeah, it does. I mean, yeah, especially when during the early kickoffs, we have games sometimes here as early as 6 a.m. or usually we will get in the later time slot in the afternoon is not so bad, but at the end of the day, we do what we got to do. I'm usually up pretty early anyway because I have young kids, so they get up. They're the first ones up in the morning too. So we like to do it, and I'm trying to get them involved as well, and they like to sit down with me as well. Sometimes they usually don't stick around for the whole game, but they definitely enjoy it. Midweek games are a little bit harder because it is during the working day, so you have to plan accordingly and take vacation days at the appropriate times.
Is there some of you that had a funny or nice experience to share? Because I heard, for example, Rocco, the last time he booked a meeting, to be able to follow Juventus. Do we have other crazy stories to share with the guys while playing and you were actually not supposed to watch the game?
Oh, so I think I remember this conversation now. Yeah, I mean it was crazy. I'll give you the example with the most recent semifinal with Milan was a rather entertaining one. Of course, you'll recall that they couldn't make up their mind in terms of when the match was going to be played, and originally was scheduled for the 13th, and it got moved. So because of that, I had provisionally set a little meeting invite for myself, blocking off the time in my schedule. I really hope that my employer does not tune into this. And I just, when that game then got moved to like a Saturday, from the Saturday to the Friday, I had to move that, and it got moved within the same date from the kickoff. There was a lot of uncertainty. It was whether it was some apps were showing noon, some apps were showing 2:45, some apps are showing 3 p.m. So when the final time slot was decided on, I finally had to keep moving this, who knows, God knows. Thankfully, I'm not important enough to have an admin assistant manage my calendar, because she or he would have been very confused as to what's going on. Meeting that keeps jumping around. So yeah, that was funny. So yeah, I mean, we have to sneak away. We have to sneak away, and this is something that we do as Juventini. This is the truth. This is the reality. The Juventini that don't live in Europe or have to go by Central European time in order to manage their calendar. In order that sometimes there's been times when I was in a board meeting and I'm just doing this kind of like cheeky look on my phone, as streaming the game at the same time, right? But it's all for love, and it's all for Juventus.
Before asking the next question, and maybe one of the most important question of the show, I wanted to say hello to the people that join in the meanwhile. So we have Il Marchese Bianconero, Matteo. Ciao, Matteo. We have Mohamed from Montreal, if I'm not wrong, from Canada. Then we have Marco that joined also. We had a few new ones. I don't want to go too much in the back. We have Danilo also. Ciao, Danilo. We have a few people that join in the meanwhile. So if you joined and you want to hello from the guest or from us, just put a comment and we say hello to you guys. But I'm really happy that you are all here. And now Bianconeri YYZ. That's a Juventus official club. Who had the idea? How does it start? And why did you create an official club? Who can answer me that question?
Maybe I'll take that question. I know it's my second in a row, so I'll let other people speak after that. And this kind of speaks to the philosophy that we like to that we ascribe to, and that is we are very democratic, very open, accepting of others. And really, the goal was to create a space for Juventini in Toronto that was both central. So we do tend to have a lot of our meetings close to the Yonge and Bloor area. For those of you within the Greater Toronto area, that means something. While the rest of your audience will have to bear with that for a quick second. But the idea is to create and maintain a positive, accepting, and fresh kind of environment for Juventini all over the Greater Toronto area to meet and beyond, to meet and gather, and have a completely new perspective on what it means to be a Juventino in Toronto. So that is our philosophy. That's what we strive for, and that's our aspiration.
And Monica, it's a long time that we didn't hear you. What are the advantages of being in an official club in Toronto? The benefits.
I know, like from the past, we haven't got to experience things yet because of the whole coronavirus and everything going on pause with that. But I know the advantages in general of having being a member of a club. Like in the case that Juventus travels in our area, like in North America, we can have like perks in meet and greets and things like that. And like if we travel to Italy to watch Juve, there's also like deals and ticket arrangements in that case as well, and like discounts on jerseys, if I'm not mistaken, like Juve store in general, and things like that. We haven't got to fully experience that stuff yet because we kind of went on pause with everything. But I can speak to being a member of the club, not really the politics of the club itself, but being a member, it feels inclusive and very like much more youthful than what I've experienced before, and that's what drew me in anyway. So I like being around people who are respectful of each other and like all there for the same reason, and that's for Juve. No, it's just transparent, and that's the best thing about it.
Wow. Ivan. Well, we have because I will jump to another question, but we have two generation of Juventus fans. We have the vecchia guarda, the old ones, and then you have also the new ones that love or Juventus or became Juventus thanks to a big name that we have here on. I don't know if you see it, but Ronaldo.
Sure.
I think a lot of us have Ronaldo on the back. How do you attract, especially in Canada, how do you attract new fans and how do you link them with that Bianconeri passion, especially in a club like yours?
So what's great about the club is it's not only the fandom, but it's also the knowledge of the team. We have Monica, who's very, very active on social media and is in there and commenting and getting stuff through. We got Rocco, who's also in connecting with people and getting Mercato news. These are accounts that we follow, that I follow, that in case something's happening, that I'm triggered to go there. And a lot of the Juventini within YYZ feel that way as well. BYYZ is because we have this resident knowledge of not only the team itself and its history, but what's going on with the Mercato, what's going on with events and so on, that and other things like again on social media, and that's really what's driven it. And I'm at that cusp of being analog to digital, and I managed to learn a lot about the digital world. But just having that experience and having these guys get us the information, and it's not some people don't want to go digging right on social media to see what's happening. but we got it posted on the Facebook page as well, and that's a huge positive. And the content, people come to you for the content, and the content's great.
We have in the meanwhile, we received a nice message from Steph. I believe you know Steph. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, who's the Steph lady? Yeah, no idea.
Anthony, who's Steph?
Steph is the president of our club. She is the co-creator, and she's the reason we're all here, and we're all we're part of a big group.
Steph is saying one of our latest benefits, exclusive to Bianconeri YYZ, as winners of the JOFC challenge, a special walkabout and exclusive tour for our club members at the home game in Torino. And that's an amazing one, I believe. Being a new club, because I believe you are 1 year old and you are going into, or you are in your second year of birth, winning already a challenge, and that kind of challenge, being able to travel to Torino and having a walkabout experience, it's amazing. That's something you can really be proud of. How can you give me a bit of details about how did you win a prize like that?
I can tell you guys a little bit about that. The JOFC challenge was an event that, or a challenge, it was something that was put on by Mama Juve to all of the Juventus official fan clubs around the world, and points were assigned for clubs that were able to recruit based on recruitment of members, as well as based on sales of jersey using a certain promo code. So our club was won first prize in the weighted category, because we're rather small, and it's kind of hard to beat some gargantuan clubs out there who've been around for a long time that can flex their muscles with 500 plus members. So we were the success. We were very surprised to be so successful within our very first year. Actually, it's our first year. We were just we were conceived in October 2019, so we're brand spanking new, and we're very much looking forward to the time in which we will take advantage of this. We're still very much in the planning phases of trying to find a date that most people can come out and join us and go as one big group to Torino and take advantage of this unique opportunity to have this exclusive walkabout. So that on top of all the other benefits of being a JOFC is what sets us apart from other clubs, other JOFCs, or not being a JOFC at all.
I congratulations. That's the only thing I can say. When you are new, when you are showing passion, we are doing everything. I loved when people are also awarded for it. So congratulations, well done, and I'm honored to have all of you here because I have winners. We are Juventus, we are winners. So I'm happy to have you here on the channel, guys. I had a question from Mohammed, because he asked it. Yes.
Sorry, if I can just, maybe this is probably the best time to interject on that. And and you are right when you said we are all winners, because we sat down with the team. I know we talk about the board. Board is kind of a corporate kind of term, and we see ourselves more as equals, right, around the table. So it's really one team of people who are together planning and making the best. Really, we're the first servants. We're at the bottom, and we're trying to make the best experience possible for members. I just talked about what we talked about, but you're right when we talk about we are winners, because we at the team wanted to extend to you a complimentary membership for 2021 season. So I just wanted to welcome you. If you're not part of another JOFC, I just wanted to welcome you to the JOFC Bianconeri YYZ.
Thank you. That's a beautiful gift. I'm really shy when I receive surprises. So thank you. That's also the first gift I receive on the channel. So live, it was not. We didn't prepare it. So yeah, guys in
No.
the chat or all the people in the chat, if you want to see me again shy, do me a lot of gift. But no, I'm joking. But thank you, really, 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 thank you. It's amazing. Thank you.
It's our
Uh,
pleasure.
yeah, really. So now I will try to brief again because I'm really, I'm emotional. So thank you. But answer the question of Mohammed because he's asking it 2 times and I want an answer for him. Who's gonna answer Mohammed with, can you open a branch in Montreal?
I think I can take that as a member of the club in another city. Mohammed, we are open. We have members from across the country. Where one does not exist, we do not want to impede any other JOFC for sure. I'm sure Rocco, as a board member, can attest to that. But as a member myself, you can definitely reach out to Rocco, who's the board member, to Stefania, connect through them through social media. And Rocco's on Twitter, Catanaccio, or at the YYZ Twitter handle. But connect with them. I'm sure they'll take care of you just like they've taken care of the rest of us as members. But I don't think Montreal, if I'm correct, Rocco, I don't think Montreal has an official fan club right now. So not that I know of anyways, but definitely reach out to the folks of the board, and they'll definitely take care of you, Mohammed.
Great.
There is Anthony who left for a bit. He will probably pop in again. So when he's in, you will see him again. But the people in the chat, you are lucky because you see us, all of us, a bit bigger. Okay, guys, I have a game for you. I don't know if you accept the channel. It's a small game, a funny one, a quick one. I prepared 20 players. This is also something that you don't know. I prepared 20 players, and together you play. We try to do it in 5 minutes. Don't start to, it's a game. 5 minutes, only one player can remain. Don't shoot immediately the winner, but try to eliminate one by one, okay? I will show you the screen with the players we have. It's here. Here we go.
You said,
yeah.
On just the question, on what basis are we eliminating players?
Favorite.
Do we know? Oh, your favorite?
Yeah. Let's do favorite. It's not the best player, not like favorite player ever, or no. Let's say let's do like that. Legend.
Okay.
Legend.
Is that a good word to define?
So can I delete someone right away right now?
Yes.
Third guy down.
Are we all agree with the Chelier to delete?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Let me find, because I'm not really used to that pages thing. But I think I find. Let me check it. No, okay, let's do it like that. I will find a new way. So Deschelles, we put him out.
Yes.
Delete, yeah.
Can we delete Douglas Costa next?
Ooh.
Oh.
More than Bonucci? Before Bonucci? Okay.
Oh, always, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, delete Costa out. There's Anthony.
Technical difficulties.
Who's the next one in line that we delete?
So she said Costa. Monica said Costa. Douglas.
We agree?
Sure.
Okay, so that's 2.
So Anthony, we're deleting players based. We're trying to keep the biggest legend for last.
Okay, that was good.
All right. Jovinko, next.
Oh, I have put Jovinko because he played in Toronto, so I thought maybe he will reach the top 3 or top 5. We delete him immediately.
Yeah. No love.
No love for Jovinko.
If we're talking Juve, yeah. TFC, other store. Ooh, jeez, this is rough.
It's going to get hard now.
I would go. I mean, I would go Pogba or Ronaldo.
Really? Okay.
Wow, okay.
Before Deschamps? Before Deschamps? Really? Yeah.
I feel like Pogba just outed us.
We delete Pogba as a legend of Juve.
Sure, why not? Well,
Anthony, what do you think? Anthony, come on in.
Yeah, I would say Pogba or Deschamps, one of them. I mean, I'll say Pogba.
Pogba is out.
Okay.
Next
Yeah,
one.
Pogba's out.
Deschamps.
Deschamps, yeah. Even though
I'm just gonna shout it. You guys say yes or no. It doesn't,
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to be controversial. Maybe, maybe not. But Bonucci, 40.
I was looking at that. That's a tough one.
Before Vidal?
Before what? Yes.
Before Vidal? Even?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Because of the snake move.
Let's delete Bonucci.
Yeah, I would have said Vidal next personally, and then probably Bonucci. But that's
We go
I'll
away
say
with Vidal now.
Okay, then go ahead.
I'll say Vidal now.
Here is. So now the short.
Yeah.
It's starting to be a short list, guys.
This is rough.
To me, go ahead, Monica.
Ronaldo.
I would start looking at like Zidane.
Oh.
Yeah.
Zidane over Ronaldo, eh?
I mentioned Ronaldo like earlier. I mentioned Ronaldo to get out earlier. I mean, he's a legend himself, but like we're talking Juve, right?
All right.
We are talking Juve, it's true. So who do we do? Zidane or Ronaldo first?
I would have to say Ronaldo would be first over Zidane.
Yeah.
That's
Over
Monica.
Zidane.
Me too.
We all agree. Ciao,
Yep.
Ronaldo. And then
I'll say Dybala.
one Dybala,
Okay.
Okay.
3. Majority wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we have Ravanelli, Zoff, Cabrini, Del Piero, Platini, Marchisio, Chiellini, Zidane, Nedved, and Buffon.
Zidane needs to go.
Yep. I agree with Monica.
2 votes.
Zidane needs to go.
Zidane over Ravanelli. Hold on. Zidane over Ravanelli.
Yes,
Come on, guys. Really?
Champ.
Rava went to Lazio. Okay. I see what you're saying because the champion.
Yeah.
Ravanelli was a part of that Champions League team. Zidane was there for a brief period.
Guys, I'm not playing with you guys, but don't forget, and never forget.
Yeah.
What a beautiful thing.
Never forget that one, guys.
Work of art. Yeah, I'm going to go to Zidane there.
Okay, Zidane fourth. Okay, fine.
Zidane out.
I convinced them. Zidane is out.
Wow.
And now
Anthony, what do you
really...
think? Anthony, give us your wisdom.
It gets difficult now.
Anthony's the beacon of wisdom.
I don't know about that, but I can give you my my opinions. But man, there's a few there that are untouchable. I'm gonna have to say. All right, I'll since we have Buffon, I can't even say Zoff. I'll say Zoff. I'll say Marquisio.
Hey.
I'll say Marquisio. No, I can't say Zoff. No, Marquisio.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, better. I like that.
I can't do that to Claudio, guys. No way. Not a chance. I'm not moving Claudio. Claudio's in the top 4, if anything, for me. He's not.
Yeah.
So we have 2 for Marquisio and 2 for Marquisio out. So guys, you have to decide. We have 3 minutes to finish the game. Before talking about Juve.
I get Ravanelli up before the Principino.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair enough.
No.
If you're looking at sporting
I
achievements,
guess.
though,
I guess.
I mean,
Yeah.
then it's tough.
Brava.
I mean,
Ravanelli out.
Done. Forza,
Next.
ragazzi, veloce.
I feel like Ravanelli
Marchisio.
is more associated with Juve to this day than Zoff is.
Is Ravanelli's out? We decided already.
Okay.
So we have Zoff, Cabrini, Del Piero, Platini, Marchisio, Chiellini, Nedved, and Buffon. What will Bianconeri
I
YYZ
would-
decide?
So, speaking as a guy with multi-generational Juventus players, I'm going to say Cabrini out. I love Marchisio. Marchisio's going to stay there as long as I can possibly keep him.
Oh,
fair
man.
enough.
So who do we have? It's difficult, guys?
So we have to remain with what?
I would want Marchisio out.
So one Marchisio.
I would say Marchisio just for, sporting achievements. I think, okay, granted, not everybody there won Champions League, but,
We have
tough.
two Marchisio.
Cabrini
Cabrini
did win
did.
Champions League, and I
All
think
right.
he just,
I can't make a choice for Marchisio, so I'm gonna say no.
and the World Cup. I mean, come on.
yeah.
So who do we quit, guys?
Marchisio out.
Marchisio
Monica.
out.
Yeah.
Then we have Chiellini, Platini, Nedved, Buffon, Del Piero, Cabrini, Zoff.
Zoff.
One Zoff.
No way, man. Come on. Cabrini. I would go Chiellini before Cabrini, actually. But okay, fine. I mean, Chiellini, if I say Chiellini, the Steph's going to kill me. Stefania's going to kill me. So, no.
Cabrini out.
Fine.
Cabrini.
Cabrini.
He's out.
Cabrini out.
He's out.
Then Nedved.
No.
Ooh.
Giuseppe, you're asking me if which of my brothers and sisters I want to kill. I mean, how can I do that? This is a cruel game. I don't know.
I know. It's a cruel game.
I'm gonna keep Nedved because he's our Pallone d'Oro. We gotta get Zoff. Zoff, bye. Dino Zoff.
With
Yeah,
the
you
Zoff,
can't get rid of Nedved yet. No.
No.
Yeah.
Zoff.
I agree with that.
guys, I will give you a surprise. Those guys, we will not eliminate them. All we agree that those ones out of the 20, they are the top 5 ever legends from Juve. In the one I put it as a short list of 20.
This would have been really difficult going further down for me.
Yeah.
Let's keep it like that. Well done, guys. I know it was a really, really, really difficult game because how can you choose between brother, sister, daughter, son? So we have Mohamed who says Del Piero. Who would be the ultimate winner for each of us? Monica, who would that be for you?
Del Piero.
Anthony?
Del Piero.
Ivan?
Buffon.
Rocco?
Platini.
You see, that would have been a really beautiful fight.
Won everything under the sun in 3 years for Juventus, won 3 consecutive Palloni d'Oro, won 3 consecutive goal scorers list. He did everything Del Piero did, but in 3 years. No question. Sorry.
I'm not old enough to have experienced Platini's time. I would have loved to because I believe he was really something extraordinary. Like Anthony, I started my career as Juventino at the same time as Del Piero. Del Piero as a player, me as a tifoso in '93, a real tifoso, not just loving football. So for me, it's always Del Piero, but Platini was something really incredible. Guys, now it's time for Juve talk, okay? People in the chat, you're amazing because for 40 minutes, you're here. We are with 16 people now. People came in, came out, but you were waiting just for talking Juve. So for 40 minutes, thank you for being here because the stars of the show, it's not the Bianconeri YYZ, it's not Giuseppe, it's the people in the chat. So thank you. We have Mohamed. Erwemi that joined. We have Rad. We have Steph. Yeah, Steph was already here. We have a few new people that joined. So thank you for the people that didn't yet. Please subscribe to the channel. That would be really fantastic. We need to grow that English speaking Juve community. We have also all the other guests that will join in the coming weeks. I will not spoil it yet, but I can guarantee you that we have equally great guests as Bianconeri YYZ. So stay tuned. Juve, and I will shoot immediately. I had a program with some questions. No, I will start immediately with the question that everyone is waiting for. Let me put it as a title. Let me write it and put it as a title. It's a big question. Here it is. Sarri in, Sarri out. What do we do, guys? Because we lost Coppa Italia. We played 2 games, poor games, zero creativity in the front. It was a lot of possession without really something happened. At the end, after the second game, we lost the final in the at penalties. It was a dramatic moment. So the question is, Sarri, what do we do? Who wants to take the lead on that one? Anthony.
I'll give my 2 cents on this. I think I'd be surprised if they let him go before the end of the season. I think if he doesn't win anything this season, if you would go trophyless, I think is a good chance he's out. I also think though that given the whole situation with COVID-19, season ending late, next season starting soon after, it's going to be difficult to find a potential replacement. There has been suggestions maybe Allegri, but I don't even know if that's necessarily. I mean, there was cracks starting to show even last year with Allegri. So I think, I'd be surprised if Sarri's gone. I think he'll be here another year. I think at the least he'll be here another year, unless he really, really has a horrible remainder of the season.
Don't forget, because today I was seeing a lot of rumors like Allegri will come back, maybe. Don't forget, Allegri has still a few days remaining in his contract. It's only 11 days over, so I don't believe Allegri coming back. And that would be, for me, a huge step behind, because if you take a decision, you took the decision, then you have to take the responsibilities of it. I will not give my opinion yet because you have the word, but I don't believe in that Allegri story. Who's continue with Allegri in, Allegri out? Monica, go for it.
Take it away, Monica.
Allegri shouldn't be coming back. Like, the time was right for him to go. I just never agreed with Sarri being the next guy in line, like from the beginning. No one's saying that. I know a lot of people think that I'm very pro Allegri on Twitter, and no one's saying that. Like, I'm not saying that I wanted him to continue on with Juve, because like, he was even pushing Dybala out and things like that. Like, there were issues there, but yeah, like I said, I wasn't really a fan of Sarri from the beginning. A lot of people suggest that Sarri had better players at Napoli than he did at Juve, and that's what's missing at Juve for him to play his style. But he didn't win anything with Napoli, so I don't know if he's a good coach or not, kind of thing. Like, Allegri made use of the players he had, like Mandzukic at left wing. Like, that would never happen anywhere, and like, it worked for us. But it wouldn't be like, oh, he needs the players to play his style. Like, he worked with what he had. A big thing that I say is that, like, he brought us to the 2017 Champions League final with Khedira and Pjanic alone in the midfield. So that just makes me question, like, how Sarri can even get like the minimum out of these players. But I don't think that they'll fire him this season. Like, I agree with Anthony. I think he'll be at least on one more year.
Before giving the word to Rocco and Ivan, I think it's also important to say that the word Sarri out that we use today, it's not a statement, that I make on the channel, but it's a trending topic. And today, for a lot of people, especially on social media, we saw it so hard with um, Allegri out, Pogba in, Pogba out, Pogba back. Everything has a hashtag with short words. So we have to pay attention, and that's why you see also the tag that I put in the left bottom corner. It's with a question mark, because that's the easiest way to say it. um, Behind the word, and you have 5, 6, 7, 8, you have 8 letters. Behind those 8 letters, you have a reasoning. And I'm really happy to hear the story of people who kind of want to keep Sarri for an extra year, or people who wants him, as we say, out. It means being dismissed and having another trainer next year, because that's beautiful to hear the story, and that's something fun. If everyone agrees in the world, that would be so sad. I like discussions. I like discussion when we are constructive and polite, and that's amazing to know. So that's what I wanted also to answer from the people in the chat that were saying, like using Sarri out is childish. I believe also it's childish, but it's 2020, and people today, they want fast, immediate reaction and recaps of things. So how faster we do, how better, and we are in an era, and sorry if I'm doing a monologue, but we are in an era where what is trending, it's Instagram stories. How long are stories? 15 seconds. We are in an era of TikTok. 15 until 1 minute, 15 seconds until 1 minute. It is what it is, and we have to adapt ourselves with that. The beautiful part of it is that the name Sarri out, Allegri out, or wherever is childish, but we have to be mature to be constructive in our explanation. That was my monologue to explain a bit why the word Sarri out. Go for it. We have two people that still have some beautiful theories behind it.
I'm going to jump in and just say that I'm going to add to Monica's sentiment, and that is that Sarri's style of play is very predictable. If you saw how Napoli were organized by Gattuso, Gattuso took a book out of Allegri's page, because if you remember a couple years ago, when Juve played Napoli, Juve was pretty much hemmed with regards to possession in our end with Sarri's team, Sarri's Napoli, maintaining the play, but an organized team just taking in the pressure and just not being stretched or overworked or getting tired. We're able to absorb the pressure or absorb that possession with an organized squad in the back, and we're able to win that game. And that's exactly how Gattuso's Napoli played us the other day. There wasn't a real threat. They weren't overworked. They weren't working them. There was no fast movement of the ball to get them out of position. The only time was when Dybala passed that ball to Ronaldo, and thankfully for Napoli, Meret was quick off his line, right, and he got to it. Had that been Pepe Reina, probably that's a goal, because Pepe Reina is a slow keeper. He just is, right? So there's the difference, right? So I think the issue with Sarri is he's predictable, and he doesn't know how to change mid-game in order to get away from that predictability of style of play, where Allegri had different facets that he could use, his different strategies to use to avoid that.
Which was the same issue with Conte as well.
Absolutely, 100%. And one other thing I want to make note of is Allegri is an incredible players coach. He manages the player, the person. I don't think Sarri has that in him.
The same.
And believe me, I'm not an Allegri apologist at all. I had enough with him. I knew his time was done. Right?
Exactly.
I agree.
But at the same time, he got a lot out of his team. May not have been pretty, but he, at the end of the day, he got us those scudetti. and those Coppa Italias, and 2 finals that can go. And finals can go either way, right? So that's just that for me. One last thing before I give it to Rocco Story. Rocco, I think that if he stumbles in Bologna, that's may spell the end of Sarri. I know that's me stirring the pot. He stumbles against Bologna because remember, Lazio's got the La Dea.
Yeah.
Right. So Lazio's got it in hard. We don't. We can stretch the lead to 4 points, right? If La Dea plays, to their capacity. So that's my prediction. If he stumbles.
So I just wanted to pick that up, actually, Giuseppe, from what you said, which I find is very beautiful, actually. I mean, first off, you're giving air to a trending topic, and I think everyone is absolutely within their rights to discuss a topic like that. And, when we were talking offline the other day, we were talking about passion, and this is something I see in your channel and something that's really right from the very beginnings, your very first videos, or while you were talking about putting up green screens and backgrounds, and you're still playing with that kind of stuff, is something that I noticed about you. So, Sarri out, and speaking of passion, is a passionate, visceral kind of response to a Coppa Italia loss, right? Like we cannot stand losing. Winning in the domestic competitions, especially, is very much in Juventus's DNA, as we like to say. So, seeing 2 consecutive losses in a Super Cup, you can understand, but now in a Coppa Italia final, which is not a major trophy, but it's more important than a Super Coppa, really awakens some of that anxiety that we're not used to within Juventini, at least. Juventini that haven't been or have forgotten what happened in the years that preceded this dynasty of victories, consecutive victories. So people are upset in the moment. My hope is that Sarri has been a different Sarri, whether he was with Chelsea, Napoli, Empoli, and all the other teams. We're seeing a different Sarri right now. My only hope is that he can become a little more pragmatic as opposed to the gameplay coach that he is. And the way you can it's reductive to say, but there are 2 types of coaches. One that is gameplay coach, and the other one is a pragmatist. We come from a pragmatist. We come from, before that, Conte, who was born as a gameplay coach with his very fixed idea of a 4-2-4, and then was able to have his eureka moment. What Sarri hasn't had yet is that eureka moment where he finds the right formula and something just changes within the team, locks in, and the mechanisms start to go, and the whole team to gel and understand each other and perform. Right now, we're still storming. We're still in a chaos, right? And this is something that I was hoping we'd get out of by December, but we haven't matured through those months, and now we have a condensed schedule. We have injuries that are starting to mount, and we still haven't found that eureka moment. We still haven't found that magic. That's what worries me. I think he'll get a free pass from management. I think if he wins any of the last 2 competitions, they'll still put that in the W column. Of course, if we win the Champions League, knock on wood, we will. It would be historic. I mean, besides a success, it would be historic. Period. So I think we're going to see him one more time, at least for one more year, if not longer than that, especially if that eureka moment comes sooner rather than later.
Sorry. There's a really interesting comment from a Muslim who's saying, when someone says, let's wait till the end of the season, I hear it like, let's wait till we lose everything and become trophyless, then we can sack him. If I can answer that question, I'm 38. I have a bit of a Juve story behind me, and I can only recommend this beautiful DVD, who's speaking about the story of Juventus since the beginning with all the presidents. It's more actually the story of the Agnellis more than Juventus. So if you didn't see that DVD, it's amazing. But why am I saying that? It's because it's not in the tradition of Juventus to sack a coach. And I will explain why. And I may be wrong. I'm Muslim. It's just my theory. I believe that when you sign a contract, you do it with two people or with a company and then a person, where you talk about objectives to reach, and you also need some time to reach them. And I don't believe in like a 5 year plans at Juventus, because 5 year plans can exist at Atalanta, and they showed that with 3 or 5 year plans they are there. So it's a really beautiful. Dortmund did it also with long term plans, and it's fine. But Juventus long term plans doesn't exist uh, in terms of the results. I mean, then you have for sure long-term plans in terms of revenue and business. But if you speak about purely results, I believe it's really short-term. So the objective that Sarri received are also short terms. I don't know what were the objective that he received. Maybe he received winning Scudetto. Maybe he was like winning everything. I don't know the real terms in the contract, and we will never know. Maybe it was purely adapting a transition year where you created, you know, players or a style of play being ready for next year. So that's why I believe, for all those reasons, Stile Juve and everything, that we will not dismiss him before the end. That's what I believe. Then everything can happen. But looking at all those things, the vision, the objectives, the story of Juventus, I believe we will keep him. Not because we will wait until we have an excuse to dismiss him, but just because it's Juve style. But yeah, I'm not the president of Juve, and tomorrow Agnelli can wake up and say, go away. So let's see what happened with that. So thank you for your question, Muslim, and your comment. And again, I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but it is. Before talking about Mercato, guys, because that's and the dream and what we want, quick shoot without too much explanation. We have two trophies left: Scudetto, Champions League. Starting with Rocco, ending with Monica. What will we win? 0, 1, or 2? Prediction time. Rocco, go for it.
Scudetto, we will win, and Coppa dei Campioni, I'm thinking that we might have a quarterfinal or semifinal elimination. So let's say semifinal.
Semifinal and Scudetto. Ivan.
I'm going to say Scudetto and semifinal loss in the Champions League.
So the same as Rocco. Anthony.
Yeah, I think the same, guys. I think I think we'll clinch the Scudetto, but I think Champions League, I think we'll make it past Lyon, but I think that'll be it. I think quarterfinal or maybe semifinal will make it too, but that's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then we have Monica.
Yeah, so I said from the other podcast we were on recently that we would lose in penalties against Napoli. So that came true. I also said we would win the Scudetto, and so I'm sticking with that. And then that we would get eliminated in the semifinals of the Champions League.
Oh, we have a lot of elimination in the semifinals. That's crazy. I made a prediction. I said that we will win everything, and I already lost my prediction. I will stop with prediction, guys, because it's not.
That's with your heart, not your head.
Probably, yes, yeah. No, I was also saying, Juventus. What better time for a Juventus fan to win everything in a crazy moment like a lockdown without playing a Champions League final that will be only one game, because we will not having again the home and away game. So I said it's the year is that crazy. It was the moment to win everything, and we didn't. So I already lost, guys. Mercato, and then we finish up again with a nice question we received from Martina, who was asking actually what the vision on long term was, the absolute vision of Bianconeri YYZ. I want you to finish with that question. But before that, Mercato, guys, who's in, who's out? Give me two names, each of you.
Two names in, 2 names out.
Yes.
Bernardeschi, and I'm hoping, this is my hope, Khedira. Inside, And I'm still hoping for Tonali and Tonali and Pogba.
So
That's
full power in the midfield.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Answering, I wanted to highlight also Lara. Lara is saying since the beginning of the show, Haaland, Haaland, Haaland. Before answering, Anthony, what's your opinion on Haaland? Is it? It's not part of your question, but do you think?
Yeah.
Because I want to answer Lara for that question. Is it a player Juventus need?
So it's funny because I've had this conversation with Rocco, and we've had this conversation in our group many times. I think he's definitely someone with a lot of potential. I don't know if he is the, I think Juve right now is good. I think they're always looking for quality young talent, but they're also they have Ronaldo and Dybala up front, and I think Haaland. Would he necessarily be a guaranteed starter every week? No. So I don't think necessarily that it was the right time for him. But I do like him. I think he's great. But yeah, I think he'll probably make a big move eventually to a big club. But I think he'll be a few years, at least another year at Dortmund before he goes anywhere else. As for the question, I'm gonna say I think Bernardeschi is gone. I think the midfield in general is gonna have a lot of changes. So I'll say Rabiot. I'll say he's gone. I'll say Rabiot. I think they might stick it out one more year with him, but I get the vibe that he might be gone. As for players coming in, I would like to see Pogba. I would like to see Tonali as well, but I think that might be off the table. So I'll say Zaniolo. I'll say Pogba and Zaniolo.
They just dismissed the management, Calciomercato management guy from Roma because it looks like he was really in a beautiful affinity or link with Juventus. And he had some beautiful plans for Juve with a lot of Roma exchanges, player like Cristante, Mandragora, and also Zaniolo was one. And then you have Riccardi, the new Totti. It's a young player from Roma who was also linked with Juve, but they put him aside, Roma, because they were really scared that Juventus would take all of them. So let's see who will be in charge and what affinity they will have with Juve. Really curious.
So Petracchi is to let go?
Yeah, it's a site.
Yeah, Petracchi's gone. Yeah.
It was today.
So I guess it's me next, right? For the 2 in, 2 out.
Go for it.
So in terms of out, it's more of who I think will be coming in and going out as opposed to who I hope. I think it's going to be Pjanic. The potential plusvalenza there is 2. The management is salivating over that plusvalenza, and they need it in order to balance the books and accounting wise. I can't see Rabiot leave, even though he's just been in for 1 season. Those are really tough to get off the books. So I think it's going to be Bernardeschi and Pjanic leaving. And in terms of coming in, I think we need a 2-way kind of player. I think Pogba can do that. He can both go and stay in front of the defense as well as be a mezzala. And Pellegrini, as in terms of left back, it's needed like bread and water, absolutely. Especially, and we'll note this over the next few games in the wake of Alexandro's injury.
Thank you, Rocco. So we finished with I saw a lot of names in the chat. I know Calciomercato is always a hot topic because we always dream. I don't want to go too much in detail in Calciomercato also because we are here since 1 hour and 5 minutes, so I want to round up. We will come back with Mercato questions because we have to finish first 12 games of Serie A, and then we have still a few games to play in the Champions League. If you hear strange voices or sounds, it's my cat because it's midnight, and at midnight my cat become crazy, so he's doing like strange thing in the house. So you might be lucky to see him coming on the camera. That can happen. That's these things happen in live things. Uh, Daniel Lonigro is just saying ciao Beppe and YYZ fellow members. So ciao Daniel. Uh,
Daniele.
Guys, I want to, before saying the official hello and goodbye to everyone, the question that Martina asked, I want to also finish with that one. Uh, you're doing great, and I admire what people do. And Stefania from the chat, who's there since the beginning, commenting, thank you, because that's also one of my goals, reuniting Juventus fan from over the world. For me, it's a bit easier from the worldwide because it's through a screen. I can do it here, but you are doing great because you are physically reuniting people, and that's so beautiful because today, with all the technology, with the lockdown, with everything, it's so easy to stay in your seat and watching from television or following Twitter or whatever. So the people that are able in 2020 to move people led by passion for Juventus, I can only say, wow, you are doing amazing. But that's today. Rocco, maybe do you want to answer the question of Martina? What are your next steps? What's the vision of the club?
Absolutely. I think we haven't gone through a vision mission exercise as a group, but I think the common themes that we see and that we always end up landing on is the fact that we want to connect Juventini in the Toronto area through passion and doing so in a fresh, innovative way that makes people feel inclusive in a fresh, innovative, and inclusive fashion, and just keep everyone connected through that passion that ties us all together as Juventini. To be honest, we are not obsessed with size. We don't want to be the biggest club in the world. I think the idea is quality over quantity. So we're really trying to have, before we start to move into the hundreds of people, I think what we want to do is we want to work on every single member and trying to find ways to make them feel more attached, more engaged, more heard, more listened to, and connect through all of them through this the passion, the Bianconeri passion that ties us all together.
Thank you, Rocco. I was muting myself because the cat is going crazy. So, guys, thank you. I'm really proud. I'm really proud to be part of the Bianconeri YYZ again. Unexpected. I felt already really connected with you since the beginning because I know Rocco since a few time now. I had nice chats with Ivan through WhatsApp in the middle of the night. So I was already connected, but now even more. And thanks. Really, for me, it was the first time that I had more than one guest on the show, and I loved it. So I don't know what your wrap up is. Let's start with Anthony, Monica, Ivan, Rocco, and then I will do the final word. How was your experience on the show? Did you like it or not? And if you want to say hello to the people, go for it, Anthony.
Yeah, I thank you again so much for having us on here, and it was great to have the discussion, and that's the great thing too about our group, Bianconeri YYZ. It's a very engaged group. Everybody's really involved in growing the club and learning more about the club. So it's opportunities like this that we really relish that we get to have. So thank you again for having us on here, and hopefully we can do another appearance in the future.
Absolutely, yes. Monica.
Yeah. The same goes for me. Thank you for having me personally and us as members of the Bianconeri YYZ. And it's always nice to discuss all things Juve. So you can never go wrong with that. As long as everyone's respectful, then I wouldn't mind coming back.
Yeah, this is, Giuseppe, thank you for having us, the members here, having a voice, and then with Rocco, who's part of the board, to provide the background on the club. And to all of you out there that are looking for a club, find your club. Go join your local club. It's your local official fan club of Juventus. Because I can tell you, you can go and make the pilgrimage to Torino. I have 3 times, and it's a wondrous, amazing experience at the stadium. It's like no other, and the chills. Yep, it's great. So thank you again.
My final message is actually just of gratitude, and that is to thank you, Giuseppe, for giving us the platform to just have a lot of fun within the group. I mean, we have 1 board member and 3 members at large, and I think that's fair. We like to give voice to everybody in our club, and our voice would not be broadcast if it wasn't for your kind offer to get us on your show. So we appreciate that very much. We're more than happy to have 1 more member on board. So the only thing I can say is if people want to be connected to Juventus YYZ and just find out what the latest things are happening, of course, we're on Twitter and we're on Instagram. The handle there is at Juventus YYZ. We also have a brand spanking new website. We're going to have which is just launching, but we're going to have a lot of exciting new things on it that connect people, not just information, but we may have some videos on there, maybe some articles as well. So we'll really be leveraging our social media presence big time. So look out for that, and that's at Juventus is Bianconeri YYZ.com. Thank you again, Giuseppe.
Welcome. Guys, I want to say thank you to the people in the chat. Daniel Lonigro, that you see here, he started also on YouTube and a podcast with Juventinità Back to Black and White. So if you want to go and search on YouTube or on podcast, he's on Twitter, he's everywhere also. So I encourage people doing things for Juventus, like what you do with the club. We have also people doing it. We have people we have so many people starting and raising. People in the chat, if you want to join this show, let me know. You can find me everywhere. I also launched the House of Juventini. It's called the Juve Show. Also something to watch. And also the guys here, Rocco, Monica, Anthony, and Ivan. If one day you want to join as a coach in the Juve Show, you're absolutely welcome. That's a nice one. We have, before I say hello to everyone, we have a last message from Stefania. I want to shoot out Monica, an amazing Bianconera who held her own today with the boys. Brava, Monica. This Juventina knows her football, so great to see you. I agree with Stefania because I'm following Monica also on Twitter. So absolutely, if you don't follow her yet, go. She's one that understands football. I totally agree. So thank you, Stefania, Daniel, Marco, Sufyan. We have Juan Pablo Sanchez. Gracias para estar en el show. Gracias. We have Michael. Thank you well, Michael, in the Netherlands. We have Lara Loretta, Alibeba. We have Animesh, Rad. We have so many people, Muslim. And I forget other people. So we were at a certain moment, Hisham, just sorry. We were at a certain moment, 25 or 26, and that's really great at that time of the day. Thank you. Forza. Juve. Ciao.
Fino alla fine.
Ciao.
Thank you. Ciao.